wait, are we actually in the right one?
That one looks like it's working.
Okay, yeah, so this is the right one. Alright, let's see. Where's the share? Where is the... Because I thought I had it so that way... Oh, I guess it's not in there. I had it so that way I typed in a thing to tell people to go to this other live stream. Alright, so, people in here. I can remember what mouse I need to be touching. Okay, so who do we got in here? We got Miss Formula, we got Mr. Formula, and we have Jen. I am sorry if it sounds like my voice is echoing. I don't know how to fix that.
Minor glitch.
It's every week it sounds like it's something. So if my voice is echoing in the chat, let me know. If it's not, then we'll proceed the business as usual. But it may just be these headphones. It could be anything. Oh. Alright, let's get that out of the way. Maybe it's just on my end that it's echoing. So, Chris, you saw the new animations for subscribers, um, and then both the donations, right?
In what?
In the live stream.
Yeah, I can see your chat and what you have on.
No. I think I sent you a little video clip of an update that I did to the notifications that appear up on the screen when somebody subscribes or donates.
Okay.
Did you see those?
If you did, I did not see that. No.
Okay, well, just because I like them,
I
I'm
see
gonna
you got
play
a
them.
totally new format on your screen. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, and yeah, you were gone for quite a bit. Anyway, so if I get a new subscriber, this is what happens. I don't know if that when that shows up on your screen there. Should be right below where your video is on the live stream.
Okay, looks like we got a 4.
Yeah, there's a 4. Then there should be
Okay.
the stream boss thing. And you see that open space where the garage door is?
Okay.
Watch that
So
space.
your new subscribers will come in there.
Yeah, watch that space.
We can wish a belated. Well, I don't know if you want to call it belated or just a usual, since it's still her birthday here in the States.
Who's that? Oh, Jen.
Jennifer. Yeah, it's her birthday yesterday, today, depending on the time zone difference.
Okay. Well,
She's
happy birthday,
up in the
Jen.
mountains, so I believe she's already passed over to tomorrow.
Oh no.
She's 5 hours ahead of us.
5 hours ahead of us. Where's she at?
England.
Oh, she's in England. I
Yeah.
think my kid just fell out of bed. Jess, I think Luca just fell out of bed. All right. Oh, so did you see the animation, or did you miss it again?
So it'd be 2 o'clock in the morning her time.
Right. But did you see the animation, or did you miss it?
Yeah, no, I had something, but it's small because of the tablet to be able to view it.
Oh well, it's like a LS engine without the valve covers on it, and it's running, right?
Okay.
And well, because you don't have the sound on either, but it actually you can actually hear the engine running.
Oh, no, that's wild.
So it's like thump, 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 thump. And then underneath it
That's
says,
wild.
so and so has subscribed. Okay, and then if I get a super chat donation, you get this
Oh
creepy little girl that pops up,
yeah.
and she goes, "Oh yeah," and she's like doing the raining money. It sucks because you probably can't see any of it. Did you see it?
You can see like the cartoon guy come up.
Yeah, it's a little girl. Okay, and then if I get a donation, okay, if I get
Miss
a donation,
Pac-Man.
it's that's not a Pac-Man. It's just some cartoon little girl. Um, but then if I get a donation, you get this.
Look at that. Beautiful, huh? Honey, hush.
And it's the scene where the bandit rolls a Trans Am out of the back of the truck.
Okay.
And then Snowman's line, well, would you look at that, honey hush. So
Well, you've been doing some overhauling the last couple weeks since we've been gone.
a little bit. The only thing and I also I turned the borders around all of the different windows. They're all now white. Oh, Mr. Pilot's in here. Oh, I don't have a beverage. Shit. Oh, demonetized. Anyway, so like all the borders are now white, so it helps it stand back. All right, see you later, Jen. Um, all the borders are now white. I put little bars behind the stream boss stuff, so you can actually see the names and how many points are on it. If you look behind, like right now, my name is highlighted behind with a white box,
Okay.
uh, which I should reset that back because nobody has yet to knock off straight six fan off of my.
He's been up here a few weeks.
I know. If somebody knocks him off, I will give them a free. Depending on how much it takes to knock him off, I'll give them something off my Teespring. Because as much as I like Grant, I'm getting tired of seeing him on my stream boss. Sound levels are low tonight. Well, here, let me turn this up a little bit. Um, yeah, I thought they were kind of high. Can we hear Chris? Or is that the problem?
She's probably laying one of the kids down. Or going to bed.
No, I don't need to do that. Hey, baby girl. Alright, so hopefully that fixed some of the sound bar. If one of us is too loud, let me know. I really only have two audio adjustments. I have my voice, and then I basically have everything else. I can't really turn anyone up and down on their own because I don't have separate channels for each audio on the computer. So If you can let me know who's too quiet or who's too loud, let me know. Okay, it's better now. So it's been a while since you've been on the channel here, Chris. You want to let us know what you've been up to?
Oh God, where to start? The boring stuff or the fun stuff?
Well, let's start with the fun
Biggest
stuff.
thing is,
Well, let's
well,
start with the boring stuff, because then we'll get to the exciting stuff.
well, it was. I can't really say it's boring because I got to play around with my Kubota. But we cleared. Miss Formula actually followed me home about 2.5 weeks ago with the pickup truck and the car trailer when I
Right.
delivered my last load before I started my vacation. And we picked up my 4-wheel drive Kubota and took it back to the house. That way she'd have it to plow snow this winter instead of the snow blower. It's got a bigger deck from on the yard, but it's got the front end loader and everything and a scraper blade. So we cleared probably not quite a half an acre of ground that was basically all overgrown with weeds and stuff.
All right.
Down to our property line and trimmed the tree branches basically around most of the yard so that you could run the Kubota underneath it without hitting the ROPS bar over your head, knocking branches down the back of your neck. So that'd be the semi-boring stuff, and then moving what we had to move around the yard and that for the company come in and restained the whole deck while we were gone last week. And this week there's a crew there painting the whole house on the exterior with basically the two sides in the front are going to be a 3-color design, and the rear of the house is going to be a 4-color design to match the so we can match the brickwork that's in the front.
All right.
But last week was a cruise. We flew out of Omaha the Saturday before and flew to Miami and spent 2 days in Miami with aspects of our family, and then Monday morning we boarded the Carnival Sensation and we went on a cruise down into the Caribbean, back up through the Bahamas, and ended up back in Miami last Saturday, where we flew from there to Philly, and from Philly back to Omaha out of Philly. I mean, late night flight, which that was I don't know if you call it the thunderstorm when we was coming into Omaha on our approach pattern, but we actually flew in above a thunderstorm that was happening there.
Oh, how did that look?
Just west of the airport. And I shared the video in your chat group for the...
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah, that was like the flashes I was taken out of the airplane window. I shot the video of the lightning storm from the top of the storm from the airplane view at about 10,000 feet. We were actually above the ceiling of the storm.
I'm sitting here trying to share the live stream, and it keeps wanting to share the one that doesn't exist.
Go figure.
Right?
But where to start? I mean, the first cruise I've been on, and it was packed. I mean, we were from probably 7 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock in the morning on the go, until we basically got, on the verge of dropping and had to go back to the room, go to sleep.
Wait, did I see? Hey, it's Kip from American Bumper to Bumper. Welcome aboard there, matey. Do you remember Kip?
I'm not sure if I do or not.
Did you watch any of Jason Old Car Auto Guy's videos recently?
Not in the past few weeks, no. I haven't watched anything since we left.
I think it was right before you guys left. He came down here to PA, and he brought Kip with him. And so they were...
That's the guy he brought with him.
Yeah, he's the guy that visited,
Yeah,
Andy and Send It Steve and Hammer Down Motorsports Steve. He's the one that came down with all of them.
Okay. Yeah, I saw those.
Oh, wait a minute.
That he did.
I'm so confused. Okay, so the one that I named NOVAtazz Live when I started this one didn't go anywhere. It created a page and everything, and it never went anywhere. The one that I didn't, I'm confused. Then again, it might not take much to do that. Anyway, this one needs to disappear. Delete that one. Sorry, I'm doing YouTuber things while trying to host because YouTube is being a pain in my tookish. Okay, so live now is just Garage Talk with Friends number 29.
So.
Which one are we on?
Yeah, we're just.
Are we on 29? Or are we on 20? Or are we on 30? I can't. Oh, we're on 30. So this needs to be edited.
Oh, I forgot one small item from the last couple weeks.
Huh?
She's saying I forgot one small item from the last couple weeks.
I
was thinking perhaps that she wanted to make an announcement.
No, what's up?
We left out Monday. Basically, Monday and Tuesday were days at sea.
Right.
For our first port. Tuesday night's dinner was the formal night on the ship, where basically you dress up in all your finery.
Ooh, so that's the night Titanic goes down, right?
Yeah. That way you're already dressed in your death clothes, right? If it sinks, all they're gonna do is throw you on a slab, right?
Right. And isn't that how that works?
That's what I would think. It's how it works in Hollywood in the movies, right?
Right.
So, anyways, I was gonna do something at the dinner table, and she gets embarrassed easily about things.
Right.
So before we went to dinner, I asked her a question in the room before we left to go up to dinner.
Right.
Which involved putting a ring on her finger.
Oh, you sneaky, snide little bastard.
So I'll let her answer in big capital letters.
I hope she told your dumbass no. That's just me being a smart ass.
Yeah, I think it was something along the lines as, "Oh, you are really going to pay for this one, bucko."
Well, at least you didn't surprise her with another car on the back of a trailer. Even if it was only this big.
No, I think my car surprises are a little bit over because she had absolutely no sense of humor over those 4 SE Bandits that I brought home. None whatsoever.
Let's see. What do I have? I have one here somewhere. Where's my little one? I don't know where my little one is.
Thank you, everybody.
Oh, it's up here.
Although she's not saying anything.
No, she's decided to leave your ass.
Yeah, unless she's leaving something out that I don't remember, because my brain's in kind of a fog after the week's festivities and finishing what work we had to do when we got back around the house so the painters could get started, and then blowing out 1,200 miles overnight to get back to work Thursday, and then loading Thursday night to come back out on the road.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So and we've already, I think we've put a good 1,600 miles behind us since Thursday night, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what the mileage is back to the warehouse since I left when I got loaded.
Alright, since my cloud bot is asleep at the wheel apparently, this month I'm about... Go ahead.
Safely say, anybody that has never went on a cruise, you owe it to yourself to go.
What if you're afraid of being on the water?
You don't even feel it on one of those things. I mean, they are so. And we were on a tiny ship. I mean, we get there to the port to Lima, like, yeah, right, tiny ship. How the hell do you get tiny ship? It takes you damn near 10 to 15 minutes to walk from one end to the other of the damn thing. And you calling this tiny? Well, yeah, they were right.
Because then you rolled up next to one of the big ones, didn't you?
No, one of the big ones pulled up next to us because when we come back, it's like, where the hell's our boat at? You know, the other part of the party was, well, it's parked on the other side of that one. We're just a little tiny boat. Holy hell! They were trying to convince me that a 12-deck boat was tiny, but yeah.
So she just dimed you out. Apparently, you had been playing hide and seek with this ring for a little while.
Oh yeah, she's been moving the box that this ring was in around the house and the kitchen for probably the last 8 months at least, maybe a little longer than that. And I deliberately kept putting it on top of her purse, and a couple times, once for sure, maybe twice, I put it in the back of the top of her backpack that she carries to work with her work computer, because her job requires them to take their computers home with them every night. So she has a backpack she carries, but she leaves the top center of it open so she can slip her coffee cup inside when she leaves to go to work. So she would have moved this box the ring was in, once for sure, possibly twice, out of the top of the backpack in order to get her coffee cup in.
All right, give me half a second. Kip, if you are listening, did you want to be up here on cam, or were you confident, or were you just chill to be down in the chat? Because he said something about joining in the live stream chat on Facebook.
Yeah. Pilot. She gets half. Hell, don't kid yourself, Pilot. She's got more than half.
Kip, you need to send me your Skype. You need to find my Skype info. Just search. Is it search NOVAtazz? Is that what I'm under on Skype?
I believe so.
Find me on Skype, and I'll add you to the thing. But yeah, as soon as you find me on Skype, I can add you into the live. Because for right now, that's how I'm doing it. Hopefully, maybe I can get StreamYard to work, because I kind of like the way that it has the multiple boxes. It'll mean that my live stream format will change again a little bit. But I just got to figure out how to import that live or that feed into my Streamlabs.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
So,
it's just a matter of
tweaking
with it.
She's kind of sort of used to that, whether she meets me at the truck sometimes or around the house. I'll tell her, you've got a scavenger hunt. She says, what do you mean? She says, well, you got something to find. I'll give you a hint. It's in a plastic bag. But yeah, it was between the live shows and the comedy shows, and then all the trivia stuff you can go do, and then the excursions that you can get to go do. I mean, we got a bonus, as we did a bus trolley tour with Grand Turks Island, the first stop that her parents were able to go on, because they're basically limited to the little electric scooters for mobility. And then our second stop, we went snorkeling.
No. How do I
It's working. It's working.
That's not what I want. No. Hang up.
Jeebus.
Yes, I know, right?
Good evening, Big E.
Good evening, Chris.
Oh, I hear Biggie. Oh no!
What?
Big blue screen of death.
I don't know why it's doing that. Like, I had to actually close Skype, open it back up again, just to get it to recognize my camera was there.
I just need to add. There we go. Alright. I want to add. What is it under?
These nuts.
So I guess I can leave it to Miss Formula this time. She can make the announcement that Big E missed.
Oh no.
Where'd it go? There we go.
think
Add
you
to
got it.
favorites. There we go. Now let me add him.
I keep trying to convince her to join us up here, but she won't do it.
Right. There. I think I got it. And then that all looks fine. So we're all good until Kip joins in and everything explodes.
Oh.
All that, and it looks like my...
There we go.
See, look, oh, there we go.
Oh,
and
okay.
we're in. We got Kip, we've got Chris, and we've got Big E. And hopefully my CPU is behave. Come on.
Or maybe
Yeah,
it's spontaneously
looks like it
composed.
is so far.
Stupid pain in the freaking tukish. Alright, anyway. Enough playing with that crap. Alright.
What's shaking?
Where'd my chat go?
Oh, yeah.
That's not what I wanted to do,
I
but
could say
okay.
something about that.
Stupid creepy girl. Alright, let's reset that. Again. There we go. Put that in there. Alright, good. Alright, anyway. We can get back to live streaming again. Hopefully that's flipping back and forth over there. Anyway, what I wanted to say is, since, like I said, since chatbot is, or cloudbot, or whatever the hell it's called, is slacking, because he should be over there spamming my comments, and he's not. I'm about 20 bucks short of getting paid through YouTube this month. So if somebody kicks off straight 6 fan off the stream boss by donating anything, I will give them something off my Teespring store.
Ooh.
What am I doing? Let's see if that works. Let's see if that wakes up Cloudbot here. What's up?
Oh, pilot saying Storm Area 51 did.
Let's do it.
How did all that
Wait.
pan out? Because I have.
People
was
actually
close.
went, but,
I think like 100 people showed up. Though somebody did Naruto run past the news crew, which was
I saw that.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Why is it only... Okay, never mind. There we go. I thought it wasn't switching back and forth. So hopefully this week I'll be able to play around with the StreamYard and be able to use that instead of Skype, and then we can have all of you guys basically up on the screen at the same time, and I can also then screen share again.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys can screen share, even more importantly. Me and Big E and Will, we played around with it a little bit after last week's live stream, which turned out pretty okay. Well, I kind of figured that was going to happen anyway. They said that it turned into a party outside the fence. It was only supposed to be a joke to begin with, so the people that showed up were the retards that didn't get it.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's 200 of them out there.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot more
Probably
retards that just couldn't afford to go.
Although the fact it's so far in there, buried where it's located at the actual base, I mean, you almost got to fly in to be able to do anything because it's too far to even get anywhere on foot.
Right, but I mean, even that, the town that's closest to it is so small and so remote that, yeah it wasn't going to support a big invasion anyway. So,
Well,
Chris,
from the
did you
base
see
are probably on a first name basis with everyone in the town.
Did you guys see the new design? I don't have the shirt with me right now. I think it's in the laundry.
No.
You did, Biggie. I shared it last week.
Oh, maybe I did.
Let's see if I can hide. Come on, go.
I guess she's gonna play shy, Biggie. She's not gonna type what it was.
Oh.
Although she made sure to call me out that I forgot something.
So,
Oh, really?
We'll get to you in a second here, Chris. For those of you guys that didn't know, my newest shirt has the Dodge Ram on it. And if you look up in the top corner where everybody was talking a second ago, you'll see the actual image for it. It's also the new image for my icon or whatever, the avatar for the channel.
Thumbnail?
Yeah, the thumbnail. Whatever it is. One of those words.
That thing.
But, yeah, that is the newest shirt that's live up on the channel. I have 1, 2...
Buckle my shoe.
Yeah, buckle my shoe. No, I have at least two more designed ideas on the way, and possibly a few more. I definitely have a few more because we have I'm gonna have shirts for my alarm clock still flashes 12 o'clock. I'm gonna find some way.
I thought that was VCR.
Is it VCR? That was alarm clock.
Yeah, if an alarm clock just flashes 12 o'clock, it's not an alarm clock. It's pointless. That's what that is.
It explains this whole generation.
Right, I have an alarm clock. I hate.
I use my phone. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, right?
I've got a few that Miss Formula hates.
So, the other
anyways, to fill you in, Biggie, real quick. The last couple of weeks we were MIA because vacation, and last week we were on a ship down into the Caribbean, back up through the Bahamas.
Nice.
So Tuesday night was formal night for the formal dinner with the captain and all that in the dining room. And Miss Formula got asked a question in our room before we left to go up to dinner because she didn't want to embarrass in front of her family, which involved putting a ring on her finger.
Oh. Hang on a second.
That's a perfect moment to have a bunch of shit in your mouth, isn't it?
Hey, it's not shit, it's French fries.
So
Not only
shit.
French fries, it's McDonald's French fries.
So shit.
You're making me hungry, man.
No, it's called McDonald's French fries, so you're right, it is
Forget
shit.
it, I'm done.
I should have asked for fries with no salt.
Is anybody else? I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but is your guys' voices not lining up with what's on the screen? I don't know if it's just me because
think
I
mine's
have
lining
you
up.
on Skype, and then I got like how many different audio feeds going on right now?
Wow,
Yeah,
you
you got so much crap going on.
Bruce Lee movie?
That's
I don't
what
know. To
it
me,
feels like,
everything
at
looks
least on my
good.
end.
Our,
Feels like a bad.
our lips are flapping, and then you hear what we say about 2 seconds later.
Yeah, that's about what it's like. It's like an old Godzilla film.
Yeah.
Or Michael Winslow in Police Academy.
Yeah. At this point, though, I have gotten to the point to where it's just like it's playing. People can hear your guys' voices, and I started on time.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's something.
Hey, you can look at it this way, Sean. It'll add to the intrigue because they can watch our lips bounce and they can try to guess what we're actually going to say and see how close they get before it actually comes through.
Well, not when you're like this small up in the top corner, because I don't know. You must have gotten into a bad service area.
Ooh, he called you small. Oh shit, he's right too.
Actually, you both are small. Maybe it's my service that's bad.
Hmm.
I know mine is where I'm at right now. It always bounces in and out.
I don't know. I'm just waiting for it to blow up across the whole screen again in about 10 seconds.
Boom.
Okay. We are going to jump into the neglected segment of this stream because somebody hasn't been here to do it. We're going to play What's in the Truck. Are you ready for us, Chris?
Yeah, you could almost make a game out of this and have the people guess and see who's right.
Well,
Yeah,
then,
they
you
get
know
our
what? Let's
bonus
go with
points or
that. Let's go with that. You're going to tease them a little bit, and they're going to try to guess what's in the truck as I go and get my next segment of the live stream.
Let's just start by we have a variety of edibles.
Okay, so we know this is a grocery
CBD.
load.
And with that said,
They're not.
I'll even give them a hint.
They're not fun
There's
edibles, right?
there's no produce.
Are these? So
Oh,
these
some
aren't
of
these
it's
aren't the
fun
edibles
edibles.
you can get up in like Montana and places like that. Out in California.
Unfortunately, no. That'll be on the return trip. Oh, you can hear that, right? Although, with that said, those fun edibles like that do grow in our backyard, and I mowed down several 8-foot tall plants. Sorry, guys.
Oh
Oops.
no! Just don't let the FBI hear that. Or you know what? We might have the Is it DEA? Who's the one that controls that stuff?
Yeah, that's
DEA.
DEA.
Yeah, we'll have DEA in the chat in like. 10
Hopefully
minutes
soon to
here.
be FDA.
Well, yeah. We're gonna have them. We're gonna have them in the chat. I think if I didn't block them all, we had like every branch of the U.S. government in my chat. Like what, 6 months ago?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought I was at work again,
Like
man.
2 weeks
with
from
the
now, Chris is gonna mention he had to mow him down again. The DEA is gonna be like, was it good shit?
Don't set the grass on fire.
Hmm.
The whole town will be laughing.
And hungry.
All right. Anyway, I gotta hop Skippy for a moment because I have to get my my beverage. Speaking of, if anybody else needs to grab their beverage, give me a second to be back, and you can go get yours. Chris, you can probably. I don't know if anybody's guessing yet. Just how many movie stars moved to Canada after the. Well, that was a while ago.
None of them, because Canada wouldn't let them in.
Exactly. But, we've heard of fake news. That's just old news. Wait, 1 second.
Oh, come on. Do the thing.
Oh. Alrighty. Did we go anywhere?
No, we could hear your footsteps.
I have no idea why.
I'm telling you.
This is definitely my first time out on this road.
Like
The
I
hell was
have,
that?
I have no clue what's going on with my mic sensitivity and all that stuff this week.
So let's see. She knows. She knows.
I need a bottle opener. Okay, so what's in the truck, Chris? Since nobody wants to play.
Okay. Miss Warner probably guessed on part of it.
Does she get to count?
When does Miss turn into Mrs.?
Mhm.
I'm gonna leave that one to her, pilot. She'll have to figure that one out.
Mhm.
But we have some disgusting European goat cheese.
European goat cheese.
Oh.
So fancy.
Some other European cheeses.
Cheesy.
Has anybody ever smelled Limburger?
No, and I hope
no.
I never have to.
Well, count yourselves lucky because this stuff makes Limburger smell edible, and Limburger sucks. It stinks.
Do you know what? Miss Formula does know what's in the truck. In fact, we all know what's in the truck.
Because he just told us.
No, it's not even the cheese. I mean, there's a big cheese in that truck.
Yeah, in the driver's seat.
The
The big.
Yeah, cheese.
Oh.
We have some deli meats, which, if anybody's familiar with Applegate Foods, I don't know if anybody can. You can buy
I've
that at
heard of them.
Walmart. Some of the other stores, especially back around us, their main warehouse is out of Allentown.
Mm.
But we have a variety of that on. Probably the best thing we have on would be the Italian wine pallets and the Swiss chocolates.
So, are you just like
Swiss
shipping a
chocolates.
whole like wedding catering party? You got your deli meats, you got your cheese, you got your
He's
wine,
got his
and
cheese,
you got your
his
chocolate.
wine, his meats.
All the time, we could throw a hell of a party.
I know. Just turn the truck over and it just buffet.
Mhm.
We just need some
Yeah,
bread.
you could throw a hell of a party.
I would
And-
say we
and
just
Stranger
need some
Things, I
rolls.
have-
But I don't know.
No clam pieces and no clam. I have a couple pallets of that.
We got a pilot sitting here talking in the chat about the curb feelers. I actually seen them in person. They're like little wire things with like a little rubber end on the back.
Yeah,
And
so
when you
can
got close to the
dragging against
curb, you would hear them scrape. I know so many people that still need those today because they cannot stop rashing their rims on the curb. I have only caught a rim on the curb once, and that wasn't because like I didn't know where the curb was, but there was a part of the curb that was pushed out away from all the rest, and I caught that bit.
Oh. And my truck's tires are too high profile to let the wheel touch the curb, so I'm safe
So you
there.
just rash the tire itself.
Curb
I mean-
feelers.
Not intentionally, but sometimes it does happen.
What about you, Kip? Have you ever seen a pair of curb feelers in person?
Yeah, car shows. See a couple
Yeah.
sets of.
If you're going with that nostalgic look, they sometimes have them on there. God, why is my microphone so loud? I literally just moved the keyboard and I heard the microphone move on the desk.
Oh.
They make a hell of a scratching racket as long as you don't have a stereo to overpower them.
What's mom doing so close to the curb feelers that she's
my god.
Mrs.
Jesus.
Formula, you're not keeping my live stream in family friendly mode.
My god.
Oh. Oh. So we got deli meats, chocolates, and cheeses and wine in the truck.
What other fancy things are we missing? Cigars.
Well, it depends on if Chris is smoking tonight.
Man, no cigars. They had plenty of them in the store on the ship.
There you go.
And when the cruise was first planned, it could have been awesome because we were supposed to go to Havana. And then the State Department changed the travel restrictions 4 months ago, and it totally blowed it all up.
Oh no.
No Cuba stop at all.
Oh.
It's just like, damn.
Foiled again.
All right.
Pretty much.
Does anyone have any automotive news that we can chit chat about?
Off the top of my head, apparently Chevy's patenting brake rotors will have the bow tie like, set into them, into the rotor, and like the mating surface between the wheel and the rotor.
So we're gonna have little Chevy babies.
That you're gonna have like little Chevy bow ties that you're gonna be able to see in between the spokes of your hopefully not C8 Corvette, because that sounds like actual rice.
Yes, rice, baby.
Like
Kip,
they
you
could just
gotta...
do it on like the brake caliper, but no, they gotta do it on the rotor.
Kip, you gotta have something. You guys, I mean, you prepare. I know that you prepare like every time you have a live stream to have a whole thing going on.
See, the 2021 or whatever it is, Bronco is coming out. They are, it's not official, but there's really good speculation that it's going to be like a Jeep, doors taking off, all that stuff, because they patented a device to make the doors release a lot easier than what Jeeps do. So that's something.
They used to do that way back in the day too, didn't they? Used to have the half doors on the Broncos.
Yeah, I believe so. Back in the 60s, 70s models, early 70s. Yeah.
That was like a staple. I mean, the Chevy didn't do that. I don't think the Blazers did that, but I do believe the Broncos.
Well, I mean, the
and
Blazers
Jeeps
did that if you took the old doors off and made them.
Well, yeah, if you just took the doors off, but they also didn't look right with the doors off.
Because
No.
they're never intended to have the doors off.
Right. Now,
But that didn't stop people.
take the top off, man. Those Chevy Blazers were pretty freaking sweet.
Now, the earlier, Blazers that you take the full roof off, or the like the K5s, 73 or whatever square bodies.
The K5.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I don't have a spot for like the S10 Blazer.
I love those. I had one.
I'm more of a fan of the K5 Blazer. Especially
The full-size were more
lifted off
fun.
into the clouds with some big meaty mud boggers on it. Politicians are going to the GM picket lines. Are they going to stand in with the employees, or are they all going to freaking start bitching because they want their C8 Corvettes with their politician money?
Who knows? At least the C8 Corvette is one of the cheapest there's ever been. So there's that.
Well, yeah, compared to what you're given, yeah, that's the value per dollar versus what you're getting is amazing. It's still an expensive car. I mean,
well, I mean, brand new cars off the showroom floor aren't going to be cheap.
No,
by any means.
Mike,
I mean,
priced...
unless you go over like base model, bottom of the barrel, manual windows and locks.
Well,
because apparently they still make those cars in some markets.
Yeah, not in a Corvette.
Oh God, no.
But yeah, they said that the base model would have been around 60,000. Mike, Street Speed 717, he priced one out. He didn't like go balls to the walls with it, but he did some decent options, and his was over 110,000.
Jeez.
So the price apparently goes up pretty quickly once you get above the baseline.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
I'm
it?
gonna have to check
Chevy
that out,
dude
pilot.
did pricing on all the different options. I think one of his videos, and yeah, there's a lot of options out there that get real pricey real quick.
Yeah.
Each option probably jumps you what, 10 grand?
Something like that. That's Mike what did too. Mike went through and started giving some of the prices of the options that he would have picked, and some of them are like ridiculously priced for what you get. So,
Oh,
yeah, he had to end up changing his up because for him to
Let's
get
see.
his like towards the beginning of the run, he had to change his options because the car that he wanted wouldn't have been one of the first ones off the lot because those options aren't available at the beginning of the run.
Yeah, I think he said something about the options and the color. He wanted that rapid blue, and that's only starting like,
I thought he was getting
April or something like that.
Yeah, I thought he was getting originally. I thought he was getting yellow.
I don't know. Every video it seemed like it was a different color, but I know that he's said, in previous videos that he really liked that.
oh my God.
Right. I don't know. His
I have
collection
a-
looked pretty sweet, but
And then it's a toss-up. Do you go with the RPO options or the LPO options that are installed at the dealer?
right. Well, anything Mike wants installed at the dealer, freaking what's his name's gonna do it for him anyway.
Beaver.
Yeah, because he gets so much marketing hype from Mike that it's kind of stupid for him not to. Though
Now, unrelated Corvette,
go ahead.
who's basically the Chrysler expert in house, if we have any?
I don't know. I know I'm GM.
GM.
I've seen a
Maybe.
couple of the newer Ram, like half-ton Rams, that have passed me in the past few days, and they got a call-out badge on the side of the head that calls eco-diesel.
That's Hammer Down's territory there, but I haven't seen him in a while.
Hmm.
By the way, if anybody wants to spam, oh, you guys probably don't have him.
No, probably not.
Let's see if I can get him.
So I was kind of curious, what the hell is the eco-diesel? Is it totally new design, or
Isn't that like
did
the
they just take
small?
the Cummins and cut it in half?
Yeah, I think it's only like a 6-cylinder diesel. I'm not sure, what design it is. Who makes it for them, but I think it's a smaller displacement than the normal Cummins.
Yep. Hey, we got Grimm's Auto Service just popped up in the chat. Welcome aboard. Today's challenge is knock. And we got. Yeah. Where's that at? You guys all like took over my screen again. I gotta adjust you again. There you go. Back in your box.
We're going outside of boundaries now.
I know, right? Oh, now you
Crossing
shrunk
the line.
again. I cannot win.
I guess he told us what it's all about.
Eco diesels are a 6-cylinder diesel, then they're all junk.
Ooh.
Well, he told us, didn't he? Well, Biggie, you're the one that's small now. If I make you big, then Chris takes over the whole screen.
Noted.
Well, I was curious because I climbed I wouldn't say a mountain. I mean, it was coming out across 80, but it was a decent little hill, and I had one trying to pass me in the left lane. We hit the hill, and I went by him on the right side. I was like, what in the world?
Well, that would
Yeah,
be
I
why.
figured he did. Yeah, I figured he would have chewed my ass all up being loaded bed.
Well, when he's just driving a little baby diesel, I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, and with that said, we were dyno tuned this trip before I got the truck back. From what I'm told, we're putting 6 1/4 on the ground at the back wheels, and about 1,950 pounds of torque.
Damn.
Damn.
Torque for days.
And more torque, you'd be moving mountains.
Wow, really? Not your comment, but the fact that they flagged your comment that I had to allow it.
Well, legendary.
I guess Cummins is too close to a bad word.
Yeah.
But anyway, today's challenge to the day is if we can knock straight 6-fan off of my stream boss by donating enough to kill his boss level. Whoever ends up the new stream boss, I will give them something off my Teespring account. So, because you have to knock him off the freaking that's Jess just said. Why don't I just give it to her?
Because you have to do something to knock
Exactly. You have to knock him off the stream boss title.
Speaking of Arcade 5 Blazers, there's one for sale.
It doesn't count. I don't know. Can you guys hear her?
Hardly.
Hardly.
Yeah.
We can hear her, we can't understand her.
Oh, well, she's saying she can come out here and mess with the buttons on my computer and manually knock them off. But unless she can manually put herself up on the stream boss, then she still doesn't win the t-shirt.
Peggy, we ain't got to worry about anything out of her until she shows up in the background with a broom hand on her hand.
That is not undoable. She has done it, and I'm sure she will do it again.
I'm sure.
Okay, so let's go.
K5s. You guys, any of you guys watch United by Trucks channel?
No.
No.
Okay. They're all you know, C10 square bodies, you know, all that sort of stuff, and they're doing a build now where they're taking a 2-wheel drive K5 chassis and you know, putting a different body on it because the one that was on it was, you know, shot. But it's a really good channel if you're into, you know, you know, C10s and
what was
square
the channel
bodies.
again?
United by Trucks. They're a different name at one point.
Hold on, I'm pulling them up.
Once upon a time.
Real quick.
Welcome to Whitlock Garage, where we're united by...
Whitlock Garage is what-
Good lord.
Shut up.
Wait, what?
Live dashboard. There we go. There's the link. Oh. But yeah, no, I'm not subscribed. That just proved it. There's a really nice C10.
Mhm.
The two-tone brown.
Yes. They got some really nice trucks, and they've found some really cool, you know, stuff, barn find type deals.
Right.
It's well worth watching.
Well, little red button clicked. There's another channel that I don't have time to watch.
Yeah, that's true.
Right now, I'm kind of hooked on Goon Squad, DIY Auto Gang, and Send It Steve. Which I was wearing his hoodie the other day. Oh, so we'll get to the next segment of our live stream here. Hey, speaking of Send It Steve, I definitely recognize that shirt you're wearing there, Kip.
Yep.
I only caught the very top of the freaking logo.
Yep. Did a T-shirt swap when we were down, so I got you know, this. You got one of mine.
I bought his hoodie, I think either the first or second time he put up on his video. I was messaging him and I had already paid for one. I'm a big, I mean, what sold me was the backyard built with the freaking jack stands with the tools underneath of it. Oh my god, that is like a perfect touch.
Yeah, no, definitely. Since going down and meeting him and doing stuff with him, I've definitely watched a lot more than I did before.
I mean, and the thing is, he is such a likable character.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you've met him now. I've met him a few times. In fact, if we would have gotten my RAM done, we've already would have done a couple videos together. Um, but I mean, he's an underdog. I mean, like a year ago, I would think it was his 22nd subscriber, 21st or
Jeez.
22nd. Um, but he has 3 kids. And when he started doing this, he was still trying to run like 2 other businesses at the same time, just trying to keep a roof over his kid's head. I mean, now he doesn't have to worry about that because his YouTube channel is making enough revenue that it doesn't make sense to continue those other jobs besides the wheeling and dealing he does on the side. Which, if you guys see my Instagram post the other day, you ever want to know what Steve's up to, just keep your eye on Facebook Marketplace. Because I'm friends with him on Facebook, so it keeps sending me notifications whenever he posts something or he comments on one of the on a thing, you know, because Facebook is nosy and has to let you know what all your friends are doing. And so it tells me like, send it Steve commented on this this listing, or send it Steve put up this listing. It's like, well, I know what he's doing because it's right here. I have to wait for the video to come out.
And Facebook just narcs on him all the time.
Right? But that's why I post that up, because he's in a few of the same marketplaces as I am. Yeah. And that was happened to have been one of them. I forget what he have. I forget what he was trying to sell, but he was selling something that day, and it's like, it popped up on my notifications, and I was like, well, it's a great way to connect him to my Instagram, so I might as well post it.
Mm.
2500 Hemi. Well, of course, yeah. Though I don't like. Wait till you have to replace the spark plugs in that Hemi.
I think she's spoiled by her Hemi after making a 2,400 mile trip in it.
Yeah, but wait till you have to replace the spark plugs in that son of a bitch. That's an expensive job, even if you do it yourself.
Why is that expensive?
Because there's 2 spark plugs per cylinder.
Even on the new ones?
I think so. At least the last ones that I knew of.
Well, as far as I know, they can't actually be Hemi engines anymore, because the reason they were called Hemi is because there were hemispherical combustion chambers in the heads, and they can't do that for emissions now.
Mm.
But they still use the Hemi, name because
that makes no sense. I don't know. I'll have to look at the new ones, but I know that the ones that they had out a couple years ago, there was 2 spark plugs in every cylinder, and so that was 16 spark plugs
for a V8.
See, Grim's right. 16 plugs.
Oh,
that gets expensive.
Jackass, I could play this game all night long, and I'm higher than you.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
I haven't had any.
Hey.
But I just love these morons that come at you, don't know how to dim their headlights.
I heard RT do too.
That was me.
Nerd.
Mad props to you.
Definitely.
Definitely. Just owns it.
I would if it was me. That's why I was asking, because I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's my notification for pretty much anything on my phone. So.
Yeah, I turn my notifications off when I come on here. That way I don't get bothered.
Now, is it the new one they have that has 16 plugs, or did they start that a few years ago?
It's the newer one. I don't know if it's the newest one.
It's only a couple years old, though, if it is.
Wow, I spelled that all wrong. I texted Steve and I said, "Where you at? But miss you in the chat," instead of Bud.
Where you at, butt?
Well, I mean, like the D and the T are nowhere near each other. They're like 2 whole letters apart. My fingers aren't that fat. Ugh.
Blame it on autocorrect.
But I'm gonna blame it on that. Oh
Hmm.
my god, the speech to text is sometimes so horrible because I use that when I want to say something long, and the problem is what you said in the beginning is lost up in the it's not on the screen anymore. I can't tell you how many times I've hit send and then looked at what it sent and was like,
That's not what I wanted to say.
exactly.
Yeah.
It
I
made me
used
said
that
something
once.
I didn't Nintendo.
Yeah. I did that once, and my buddy called me. If it wasn't for the fact I've known you for at least 15 years and we've drank many a beer together, I would be very, very concerned about the statement you just sent to me. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, I went back and read it like, no.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. That's the ones I was talking about. Is when they first came back. I had just assumed they kept the same design, which I'm sure they did. And I do believe they are still technically hemispherical chambers.
So does that mean our 2011 has 16 plugs in the damn thing?
Yep. What randomly quits? Oh, cruise control. It randomly quits because it's triggering probably the brake sensor.
Something.
I mean, it's probably acting like like you tapped the brake or something that it's like, wait, we need to come back into driver control.
Yeah, it's a moderate headache.
That's not that bad.
Modern.
At least it has
I
cruise
can't
control.
complain. We were loaded up coming back, and we ended up with a couple good front doors on the way back to the house. So even towing the trailer with the tractor on it, and chasing that guy that was on the far side of excessive fuel consumption. We
No idea what
we
that's
trailed
like.
behind him a good 3/4 of a mile. Couldn't really mend, averaging 80 to 85 most of the trip. We still pulled down 12 miles to a gallon with it. So I figured, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think I have anybody else in here. Oh, all right. So before I end up having to get another beverage because I'm almost on this one, how do we want to word this? I want to say what's in the cup because that sounds better than what's your beverage. What's in the cup? I need to end up like
I don't know. Considering some of the comments that was made before about hose and curb feelers, what's in the cup may not be too appropriate either.
Well, I mean, I want to make. I can make like title screens that come across the whole thing, or I can have them pop up over top of like where the active speaker is, and I can have like an animated that says like a title, like an intro. What's in the cup? What's in the truck?
Yeah.
We still have one more
But-
segment that has to do with Big E before he. I'm not sure how long he's staying. We gotta get it in before he leaves.
Oh.
Well, liquid refreshment on this end was a chocolate milkshake, which has long since disappeared because the blender cut a hole in the bottom of the container.
Oh.
So we've had to go to a bottle of vitamin water revive formula with the extra nutrient, potassium, and all that hoopla in it.
The I'm gonna catch you and sell you because I have a bunch of nutrients that don't really matter.
Yeah.
But I can stare at a fine bottle of champagne that we haven't popped the cork on yet that the cruise director gave us for celebration because she wanted a ship on a stick. So I got her a ship on a stick and the bottle of champagne at the same time, straight from the cruise director.
There you go. Well, I am drinking Woodchuck's Hard Cider Semi-Dry.
Semi-dry.
It's what it says.
From my neck of the woods.
The really sad part is the one from last week is still sitting over
Ew.
here.
That's nasty.
It's empty. There's nothing in it.
That's still nasty.
I haven't been over here. I haven't even worked on a video this week. No motivation.
That's no. I'm not gonna say it again.
That's nasty.
Although, we are getting close, Sean, to what's in the truck having an addition of what's outside the truck.
Oh. You're getting to your destination.
No, not yet. Just in regards to Mother Nature. So far, it's been flooded interstate with plastic sandbag barrels to hold the water back from a little pond on the side of the interstate back in South Dakota today to 54-degree temperatures and dropping. And earlier this week, Monday night, Tuesday night sometime, they have already had their first snowfall in the Sierra Nevadas, and Vail Pass down Interstate 70 west of Denver had the chain law up in effect.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So, yeah, welcome back to our year. Where everybody enjoys those nice sultry 65 to, whatever degree nights, and it's cool out, and the mosquitoes ain't so pesky, and the days, 70, 75, and yeah, I'll be out here playing in snow already.
Oh, poor Mrs. Formula's still stuck with the shingles. I can't believe that stuff. She hasn't shaken that stuff yet.
Yeah, she's still dealing with that crap. Like she said, if you ain't got the shot, go get it, because
It ain't
I
worth
can
all that
vouch.
shit.
She, for the first month and a half, she did nothing, and she started Memorial Day weekend when I was hurt. She come back and spent a week to make sure it was ice on my knee, getting me to the rehab and the doctor and all that. Is when it started. We thought it was a kidney infection. That's how we treated it. And it wasn't until midweek when she got back home and was trying to work, and then, went to the doctor, got medication for the infection. That's what they said it was. They did the test. Well, it's a little bit elevated, but you may be starting with one with a UTI or something, so here's an antibiotic. Well, come Thursday night, she was basically laying in bed, couldn't move. I said, bullshit on this. I said, that ain't no infection. You got something else going on. It's time to go to the ER. To hell with pissing around. You can't even hardly move to go to the restroom. So she went to the ER. That's what they found out. They went to look and said, oh, yeah, you got shingles. That's a rash. And that was the first that the rash had appeared. She'd already had it for almost a week. But it's
Awesome.
It's in the nerves. Adult chicken pox. That's great. Yeah, it hits your nervous system. It's in your nerves. You end up with a rash and blisters and
Everything nasty under the
right,
sun.
scalding pain.
Alright. Big E, it's your turn. Let's play What's Wrong with the Truck.
Well, can't really play what's wrong with the truck, but I can tell you what's right with the truck now.
Oh, we have a What's Right with the Truck.
My parking brake cable, got that replaced, and I replaced my fuel filter cap.
There you go.
So far, I have not gotten an evap plate again.
I just ordered all the parts for the valve body for the 46RE. So they should be
Nice.
here Wednesday. That's the valve body upgrade and shift kit, which should bring up the fluid pressure and help with the shifts. And then I got all of the electronics for the transmission. So if that doesn't fix it, some tannerite might be in order.
How about dynamite?
Don't think that's legal where I'm at.
Shh.
Besides, I don't need
It's
truck
only
pieces.
it's only illegal if they know.
I don't need truck pieces landing in the neighbor's yard.
You say you don't, well, that means you do.
Okay, we'll go with that. No, I'm not talking to you. My phone is being nosy.
You'll have that.
Ugh. Okay, so we've done what's in the cup, what's in the truck, what's not wrong with the truck. We're missing one. You mean the carburetor for my Trans Am? That's still sitting on my front porch?
That's a great place for it.
Ain't it? It's inside my front. It's on my front porch, inside of a cardboard box,
Awesome.
under a table. Yeah. That's
Cool.
where it's been sitting because it hasn't necessarily been a priority because the Trans Am does run and drive. I just can't put the shaker on it because it's got an Edelbrock carburetor on it instead of the Rochester. And at one point, I was looking at buying the Holly. Was it Holly?
Yeah.
The Sniper EFI? I think that's what it was. Yeah, I was looking at buying the Sniper EFI kit for the Trans Am because I definitely wanted to make that a driver. But
Not a Parker.
yeah, but I didn't have the money for the kit, and I figured by the time I got done spending the $400 to $500 to rebuild the current carburetor, that I could put that money towards the EFI. But you know, life's gotten in the way. Truck is. Oops, I'm just making a shit ton of noise. The truck at this point is something that I want to get on the road like now because
Yeah, before winter.
yeah, because our winters are pretty bad up here, and I knew I wanted to get the truck on the road so I can get up and over the mountain that's in between me and work.
Yeah, kind of important to be able to get to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, considering there is a pretty significant mountain in between Tamaqua and Warnersville, and it's shut down at least once a year during the snow season because of accidents. And Kip, you are taking over my. There we go. Again, I had to readjust. I hate Skype. Like when I used to do this before, when we were doing the Hangouts still, Hangouts didn't take over the whole screen. It stayed where it was supposed to. Skype, every time your signal changes, it changes the size of the window. And so every time it changes the size of the window, it takes over. It either takes over the whole screen, or it shrinks you into a little tiny box up in the top corner. Like, now, you're a little tiny box.
Oh. No. Oh, that failed.
And so I'm sitting here constantly playing, adjust the screen so it stays in the box where it's supposed to, instead of playing YouTuber.
Sounds like a fun game.
I know, ain't it? It's really distracting. I went to Sniper EFI also, but I just rebuilt my carb so I can drive my truck this year. Yeah, I mean, that's the same boat I was in. It was either rebuild the carburetor or go fuel injected. And I think that being fuel injection is more the direction I want to go for a driver. Only because fuel economy and the price of gas. I want to drive the car, so do I want to sunk a whole lot of money into gas going out the tailpipe, or do I want the car to run efficient enough that I'm getting at least the best gas mileage I can for what it is?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and with that, you can just kind of like set it and forget it because, you know, it learns itself and will do everything it needs to get you the best you can. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you want to, you can tune it later. You know, you can tune it to run a little better, or you know, a little more on the not so safe end. I mean, it's a really conservative tune that it learns, and you can push it more. Oh, poor Chris went into a dead zone. He has fallen into the twilight zone.
Bye, Chris.
Play copyrighted Twilight music now.
I was just gonna do it, but I was like, no, we don't want any copyright strikes.
Well, I don't know if you actually sang the tune.
Yeah, well, let's not take that chance.
Yeah, let's not say we did.
If you keep it under like 15-20 seconds, it doesn't catch it. It doesn't make it any better, but it doesn't. The algorithm doesn't really catch it. Um, but yeah, I mean, and the other thing is the Holly the Holly Sniper EFI. I can still fit the shaker on it.
Oh.
It's the same height as the Rochester, and it doesn't have any weird bumps that the air cleaner won't fit over top of it.
Cool.
So, and if not, I still believe I have an Oldsmobile 403 air cleaner base here that I wouldn't mind cutting up because there was a shit ton of 403 Olds shakers.
Stuff.
Well, the hard ones to find are the Pontiac 400 shakers, which
Mhm.
believe it or not, would be amazing. But the Pontiac 400 shakers are hard to find. The Oldsmobile 403 shakers are a dime a dozen. So the Pontiac ones are more expensive. I wouldn't want to cut one of them up. Ugh. But yeah, I mean, I did want to get the truck. I mean, the Trans Am on the road this year, but again, it just wasn't in the cards. We did get it. Um, we did get it to the point to where we got it running and driving. We got an exhaust on it, and then we ran into the rust issues at over the winter, and it took me basically all the spring to get the rad support sourced out, put back together, and back on the car. And I still need to do the rest of the bushings. So I've only gotten the frame bushings done. So I still got all the front steering bushings to do, all of that stuff still to do.
That's why I'm worried with my, Lincoln Continental that it sat all summer because I just haven't been able to, get tires on it. The radiator leaks, all this other stuff, and it's been sitting. And I'm worried that it's gonna, next year gonna need a whole lot more stuff than, more money and all that crap.
Unfortunately, I think a lot of this stuff my car needed when I bought it. But it was running and driving then, so I didn't care. But it's been down since 2015. First, the 403 blew up, and then we had a whole bunch of problems getting the 400 in, and then the trans went, and then the new trans didn't work, and then the electronics didn't work. Well, no, the electronics didn't work. By the time we figured out what the electronic problem was and we got it fired up, the Trans Am would only run in reverse. Only in reverse.
Sweet.
No matter what gear you put it in, it was in reverse. And finally figured out it's that little S clip that runs from the gear selector into the actual
Valve body.
gear valve in the valve body. It was missing. So,
how many times did you take that thing apart trying to find out what was wrong?
No, I never took the pan off the transmission until then. I literally had the transmission apart for maybe like 3 minutes before I noticed it.
Oh wow.
Because it was kind of noticeable. As soon as I went to take the valve body down and see if I can figure it out, it's one of the first things you have to take off, and I'm like, where is it?
What?
So I actually took the one off of, might have been the original trans. I took the one out of the original trans and put it in that one. But yeah, it was missing.
It works.
Oh yeah. It sure beats having to go pay for like a $5 or $7 freaking little part.
Yeah, and waiting for shipping.
Yeah. So I mean, it runs, it drives, it starts right up. I think it's got a miss on the passenger side bank, which is probably just a bad spark plug or wire, because it's got a new distributor in it. It's got a new electronic distributor in it, and it's got obviously it's got the Edelbrock carb on it, so that should be just fine. But I think it's got a miss, so I just need to get plug wires. I have all the plugs. I just need to get plug wires, which are like $70 for a set of AC Delcos. No, Excels. For a set of Excels.
Oh.
Because it's got headers on it, and I don't want to put stock spark plugs on that with headers. Just have cooked spark plug boots.
Yeah, it's no bueno.
No. What year is your truck, Grim? In fact, actually, if I take 10 seconds, as long as you don't have one of those trailers. Oh wow, you haven't put up a video in a while. F-150? Hello, Mr. Grant. This is welcome our stream boss, who's been on my freaking stream boss for the last month and a half, 2 months. Grant, I tried to sneakily have you kicked off the stream boss by bribing my chatters with a free merch off the Teespring account, and none of them bitten so far. So you're still up there.
I'd love to buy something, but I have no money.
I'm trying to make money, so
Yeah.
I'm about
Aren't we all?
I'm about $15 short of hitting the mark for this month. So if I get $15 more in the thingy, then I'll actually get paid out for this month. Which not rad support. My
Thing.
yeah, that thing in the truck that converts cold air into hot air. Come on, brain.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that thing. The
Oh,
heater
geez,
core.
what would that thing be called?
It'd be
There
the
you
heater
go.
core. Anyway, so my heater core video that takes off every winter has started to pick up. It has now doubled in views in the last month and a half. So give it another month and it'll be supporting my channel solely. Hello. I had a 71 Chevy stepside. Dad bought it, used it when it was in 3rd grade. Is that the one that's on the... No, that was from the other thing. I'm trying to find it. Did you make a video on it or no? See, Trailblazer. Daughter fixing brakes. F-150 part swap. Ford Ranger. Chevy Prism. Yeah, by the way, if anybody doesn't realize, I am sitting here and spying on Grimm's YouTube page.
Oh.
Which I will link down in the chat. Boop. Oh, and I gotta link Grant's page because he's still our stream boss and he popped in.
I'll be right back. Gonna go get myself a beverage of choice.
Ah, can you get one for me?
I mean, I could, but then I gotta snail mail it to you, and by the time I get to you, it might not be so fresh.
Yeah, it'll be there for next week.
I mean, it will be there. You probably wish it wouldn't.
Depends on what you send me.
Tea.
To what?
Green tea.
Green tea?
I mean, you can drink the contents of my lava lamp over here.
Ooh.
You're seeing all kinds of colors.
I bet it would be.
me.
Sorry, I'm doing all kinds of things here. Boop. And there is the link to Grant's channel. Not that you couldn't have just clicked his name and gotten that way too, but... No video, just got it out of storage and it's been parked for 15. Yeah, that'd be a great thing to do a video on. Somebody needs to talk because we're just seeing, Biggie's bedroom.
All right. Yeah, no, it would be great to see a video on a 71 step side. Great looking trucks.
Oh, yes, they are. I think they look better than today's step sides because I don't even think you can call today's step sides actually step sides.
I don't really think they have step sides now.
Well, they still have the Z71 package, which was the step side. They just don't technically have steps on the side anymore. You know, the box isn't inside the wheel wells anymore like it used to be. Which was what the Z71 package was.
I thought that was supposed to be an off-road package.
I'm not sure. I do believe I thought the Z71 was the step side package. I could be wrong. I am not claiming to know everything. If I am wrong, the comments would be a great place to put that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Sorry.
Obligatory. You gotta do it.
If you've ever watched any of my videos, I am so awkward when I'm plugging my own stuff. Whether I'm plugging
I'm glad
my
it's not only me.
Whether I'm plugging my Teespring account or if I'm just plugging my channel or Instagram, I feel so awkward.
Of course, I gotta remember to start plugging it at the beginning of my videos because most people don't get through the end of the video.
Yeah, and I don't know where to plug it in the beginning. It's so like I need to make a new intro because I'm also tired of hearing my ex in the beginning of every one of my videos. But I really like that scene with the Trans Am burning down the road. I just haven't figured a way how to edit out just her voice at the end.
What do you use for editing software?
Right now, I am using Filmora 9. I have both the original Filmora, or I guess it would be Filmora 8, and I have Filmora 9. I technically have both of them. But the problem is the fact that my poor laptop here
Eyes back
can
now.
barely keep up with it. And it's another reason why I haven't really been editing because I got tired. Like, it's to the point now to where I cannot review what I've edited because the audio does not stay synced with the video because the processor is having that much trouble rendering everything.
Yeah, I'm having that issue with I did use Adobe Premiere Plus or Premiere Pro, and I got to get a new computer because the thing is just.
Well, the other thing you can possibly do is to hold off getting a new computer is try putting more RAM in it.
You might even be able to swap out the CPU on yours.
All right.
Yeah, Biggie is a good one to talk to about the computer ends of stuff. Me, I used to be, but I have no clue what's out there anymore.
He's been out of the loop for a little bit.
Yeah, when it comes to computers, usually when they get slow, it's like, all right, it's time for a new one. I don't.
But the problem is when you're doing what we do with the editing and all of that stuff, the off-the-shelf computers don't do it.
Right.
If you're not basically building your own custom rig or at least going to the computer store and sitting down with someone and telling them what you need, like your typical computer at Walmart isn't going to do what you want it to do.
Yeah. No, I buy my stuff off of Craigslist. People are trying to get rid of a couple-year-old.
Yeah, but the problem is a couple-year-old computer ain't going to keep up with the editing software that's out now.
Yeah, no, that's my problem.
My processor is only 7 years old, and it doesn't even keep up with games. Well, some games.
I have Grant beat. His computer's only 5 years old. Mine's from 2011, the best that we can tell. And I think the other computer, my Lavinio, I think that's a 2013, if not a 2012.
My processor is from, what was it? I looked it up. I can't remember. It was 2013, I think. So,
yeah.
going on 7 years.
Why did that pop up?
I have no idea.
Did it pop up on your end too?
Skype thing?
Yeah. Wonder if somebody joined or somebody left.
No,
Maybe Chris is joining
maybe.
again.
Say what?
Maybe Chris is joining.
Maybe. I can send an invite just to make sure. Bring everybody.
It may have been me. I was going in to try and see how old the computer is.
It might be. Where do I ring? I forget how to do that. We'll ring him. And we can ring. We can ring. And we can ring. And we can ring. Okay, I've ringed everybody. So either they'll join or they won't. I need to cut down that live stream chat because, yeah. Oh wow, what the hell happened?
Back from the living dead.
Oh my god, it
Chivos.
returns! Oh.
I told you it was no man's land.
You have 8 gigs in, I think I have only 8 gigs in this thing.
In your laptop or your desktop?
I think laptop.
Yeah, probably.
Computer.
My monster's rocking 16 gigs of DDR3 at like 700 megahertz slower than my motherboard can support.
No, I lie. This thing is running on 16 gigs.
Oh damn!
Oh, remember this wasn't a base computer when it was built. I mean, it was built with basically the best that Alienware had to offer that year. So, the only reason it's still doing something, what, 9 years later?
Yeah.
8 years later. I mean, you tell me what 8-year-old laptop is still doing something.
I don't know. My brother had some piece of work laptop. He's like, "Oh, it'll play World of Tanks. It'll play World of Tanks." It played it like a goddamn slideshow.
Did you just notice what finally decided to pop into the chat an hour and 40 minutes into my stream?
Oh my god!
Cloudbot finally woke up.
I need a SpongeBob bit of that. One eternity later. So much longer later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
And it looks like I got 8 gigs of RAM and 3.3 gigahertz processor.
I'm running an i7.
Intel Core i3 2120.
It's an i3?
Ew.
Ew.
Yeah.
You need at least an i5.
We're just like, ew.
You need at least an i5 to run anything that we're doing.
Well, that
At
would
least.
explain why I have so many problems.
Like my slow computer, which is the one
Wait,
that I'm actually running my Streamlabs off of right now.
Which i3 was it again?
Oh crap! I just
2120?
Yeah, 2120.
Anyway, so like my slow computer, which is my Levino or whatever the hell it is,
Vino.
is running an i5, and that's my slow computer. The Alienware is running an i7 2.4 gigahertz, and then that's running 16 gigs of RAM. I don't know how many this one's running.
Ooh, LGA 1155. Hang on a second.
My computer is not that.
Why do you correct things, phone, that I don't want corrected?
Because it wants to say things you did in Nintendo.
Yeah, good point. Why does it sound like someone's actually sticking their dick into food processor?
I can't hear what you just said.
Sounds like someone's sticking their junk in a food processor.
I think that's
that a
Chris's
Jake?
road noise.
Yeah, it might be Chris's Jake break.
We all definitely just forgive Chris for any road noise.
If you want, you could upgrade your i7 2120 to a i7 3770.
It's an i3 2120.
What'd I say?
i7.
i7.
Oh, well, I'm looking at an i7 here, but you can upgrade from that to an i7 3770 for $250.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
Okay, I lie. My Lavinio is not running with an i5.
It's an i3, isn't it?
It's an i3 2130 at 3.4 gigahertz. And it only has 6 gigs of RAM in it.
Ouch.
I guess I don't feel that bad anymore.
Huh?
I said, I guess I don't feel that bad anymore.
No. And this is from 2013. So my newest computer is a 2013.
Oh my god.
Back to the program.
Kip, you just need to upgrade that thing.
Alright, see you later, Grant.
Yep.
That thing doesn't even support USB 3.0.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's old.
My Alienware supports 3.0.
Well, it's apparently newer than the LGA 1155 socket.
I think, unless it's just a 2.0.
Is it blue?
Yeah.
That's 3.0.
I think the Vino has a 3.0 in it too. I'm out of beverage.
Yeah, if you guys want to build a decent budget workstation or gaming PC, nowadays Intel's got pretty much got not Intel, AMD's pretty much got the hold on that market.
Well, I can send Kip basically my build. He just doesn't have to get the expensive case that I did, and stay with the stock cooling fan for the.
I mean, he doesn't even have to get. Well, what did I spec out for you? The Ryzen 7.
Yeah.
He doesn't even need to get that really if he doesn't want it. I mean, you probably don't either.
I don't either, but it's what I wanted.
All right, you could just stick with the Ryzen 5 and probably be more than okay. The real big holdback with both your guys' PCs, in my opinion, is the RAM they use. It's all DDR3. I mean, my computer uses DDR3 too, but DDR3 is nowhere near as quick as DDR4 can be.
Right.
Well, you have the one that I have spec'd out to be DDR4, don't you?
Yeah, well, Ryzen needs DDR4.
Right. Well, I mean, the whole point
You
was
can't take a stick of DDR3 RAM and put it into DDR4 slot. It just does not fit.
Right, but what I'm saying is you have my setup that I'm supposed to be buying parts for. You have that set up so that way I can keep upgrading it at least for the near future to keep it up to date.
Yeah.
So I don't have to replace the whole computer. I just have to replace certain parts of it. And Graham, you're
Well,
right.
theoretically, you'll never have to replace the whole computer. You just have to replace the parts that go obsolete.
All right. Graham's right. We need a second job to support our YouTube channels. That is supposed to be our second job.
Yeah, so that just turns into tertiary jobs.
I need a first job in order to be able to afford anything.
Yeah. Either that or start. Well, you put out videos, but you just do your live streams, and then you do have car shows and stuff you go to.
Yeah.
But you need to make content that is I wouldn't say you specific, but puts you in a spot to where you're a creative.
Yeah, if I had expendable cash, I would have a whole on Zelda, Lincoln,
Well, I mean,
but
you don't.
I just
The thing is you don't have to do. The thing is cars are expensive. Period. But there are plenty of plenty of other things that you can do that are automotive related that are not as expensive. I watch a YouTube channel where all they do is restore Matchbox cars.
Yeah.
Matchbox cars. Yeah, Matchbox cars are cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, you can pick up a whole tub of them And, you know, I mean, granted, some of the parts they restore them with are expensive, but they're nowhere near as expensive as even replacing one part on my TA.
Yep.
So, I mean, you think about how many videos you can pump out not having to go to a job that you could be ending up in not too long getting return income for.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where you're sitting at as far as where did you end up as far as subs go after that adventure down here to PA? Did you pick up that many?
Yeah, I picked up about 40. I'm at 375,
You're
376.
you're about halfway there.
Nice.
By the way, if anybody hasn't subscribed to Kip, I would suggest doing so. He does have some really good car show videos, and he also does a live stream. Are you still doing live streams?
Yeah.
Yeah. He also has live streams that he does where he basically does different odds and end car news and different things like that.
My latest thing with that is I just started doing what I call buy it or boot it. It's kind of like Jalopnik's crack pipe or nice price or crack pipe. So I go into Facebook Marketplace and pick a random city and a random price range, and then I'll look through cars and go, you know, that Fiero for 10 grand, they're out of their freaking minds. You know, that sort of stuff. So that's fun for you know, the end of the show.
All right. Grim asked, "Where's everyone work out here? Are you talking about our daily, like, boring jobs?
Our day jobs?
Or are we talking about our, you know, what we do for YouTube?"
I think he means our day jobs.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say what I do for my day job here.
Oh.
Let's just say I work for the government.
Technically, right now.
You're spying.
Technically, right now I am unemployed. I am waiting for a job to start with a nonprofit, but they're dragging their feet. So.
Kip, you're a dad, right?
Yeah.
That's a full-time job.
Well, yeah, but they're you know, 16 and 19 are the ones that are home,
so they don't
that's not really a
they don't need
job
you
anymore.
anymore.
No. Of course, I am trying to get into the TSA, but I'm at the beginning of that process.
Well, technically, I work for the state, and I take care of the mentally ill.
Oh, lucky.
No, I still cannot close. Like, that's as far as I can close that pinky. I mean, compare that to that.
That's a thumb.
No, this is a pinky. That's
Oh.
a pinky.
Oh, well, it looks like you're trying to
I can't
focus on
see.
your thumb.
Well, I mean, like this one, I can.
Yeah,
make
you're
a
so
fist.
white, it's like blending into the doorway trim.
Okay, hold on. They don't have a doorway trim.
Well, we're the doorway behind you for the
you're
camera
looking,
we're seeing.
You're looking at the wrong camera. You're looking at this camera.
Well, I'm sorry.
Everybody else is seeing this camera over here.
Well, I'm looking at my monitor, not my phone.
Well, I'm not going to show just you because, you know, everybody in the chat can't see that camera.
Well, maybe it's a little bit annoying that you need to have cameras.
Well, then tell that to, you know, however this freaking shit works. Okay, see, this is the camera that Big E gets to see.
Did you say that, and now Chris's thing is taking up the whole thing, so I don't see you anyway?
Not on my screen, it's not.
Well, you know.
Then again, I'm not looking at the Skype chat either.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just see you two next to each other. But, okay. Anyway, chained to a deck using the computer all day. Chained to a desk, not deck.
Yeah, there you go.
I hate sitting in the computer as long as I have to do this. I can imagine being stuck at a computer all day.
Depends on what kind of chair you have.
This chair is not totally uncomfortable. I just don't like sitting.
I showed one of my coworkers a picture of my chair, and he's like, "Dude, was that Adam and Eve's chair?" It's like, it's about as base model as you can get. Like, it goes up, it goes down. I mean, it doesn't go down because I have it as low as it can go, because that's how it has to be, so I can fit under my desk.
Window office changing view by the hour. Oh, fancy way. Fancy way
Yeah.
of saying mobile office.
With about 2,000 pound-feet of torque.
Right?
His office can go anywhere he wants, traction permitting.
No, his office has to follow a pre-scheduled destination order.
Oh, yeah. Ew.
So, by the way,
I'll be right back.
where's your spoop?
I don't know. Well, until I went and got my drink, I forgot I had my bedroom door closed because I literally got home from work, got changed into some not monkey suit shorts, and sat down here.
And you conveniently locked your spoop out.
Yeah, well, I gotta go do a thing real quick. I'll see if I can find her while I'm out there.
Okie dokie. Oh. So, anybody's predictions on how long the GM strike is going to last and how that's going to affect the Corvette C8 rollout? Are you still here, Chris?
I don't think it's going to last very long. You know, they won't let it.
Well, the thing is I'm a union member, so I can't say I'm not necessarily on the side of those union members out there striking. Because if big corporation had its way, it would nibble at, you know, our pay, our benefits, you know, as much as can. Because I know that where I work, if we didn't have the union, my insurance cost me twice what it does now. They wanted to cut 5 of our holidays away this year for this contract, and they wanted to not give us a raise. But
Yeah,
our union
no.
stood their ground, and our health benefits stayed the same. They didn't go up or go down. They stayed the same. We didn't lose any of our holidays. And we got a 16% raise over the next 4 years. So, I mean, in small increments. It's not all at once. But the thing is we also haven't really had technically a cost of living raise since everything went through the roof. And with what I get paid, if they increase the minimum wage for, like, you know, McDonald's workers and things like that, up to $16 an hour, I'll get paid as much as they do getting the shit kicked out of me while they're flipping burgers.
That's bullshit.
Yep, I am one of the most dangerous jobs besides being in a prison. In fact, actually, prisoners respect their COs more than my clients respect me.
Right, because most of your clients are nuts.
It's not, no, well, yes, they're nuts, but they're not, it's not like that. Like,
right.
Some of our clients are coming from the prison system, and as soon as they realize that we can't do anything to them, you know, like in a CO, can they put you on the ground? You know what I mean? They can put you in the hole. They can put you, you know, there's repercussions for.
There's reproduction.
Yeah, reproduction. Yeah.
Wow.
In every cell after 9 p.m. No, there's repercussions for going after a CEO or another inmate or something like that. Whereas my clients go after staff, there's like no repercussions. We can't lay a hand on them. So
that is also bullshit.
They know this. So they have no problem, you know, threatening us and being belligerent and ignorant. And yes, some of it is psychotic behavior, but some of it is just learned behavior. Nothing to do with their mental illness, just institutionalized learned behavior.
It's just all they were exposed to.
Yeah, it's just knowing that they can get away with it. You know, it's
Yeah,
just like your child, as soon as they realize that they can backtalk you at the supermarket because you're not going to do anything, well, then they start backtalking you at the supermarket all the time.
Oh my god, one of my cousins was doing that to my aunt, and my mom was like, she was saying things I will not repeat on YouTube, but I think you can imagine what she would say.
Right. being
I think when the kids were
self-employed.
younger, we did have one of them, do that back talk thing in the store, and I'm like, all right, we're leaving. Wait, what? Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
I'm not putting up with that. I don't put up with it. Nope. And yeah, I've always tried to nip that sort of stuff in the bud. Yes.
Grim brought up a nice point, because him being self-employed, he's got to buy his own health insurance, whereas like mine is through the state. I do pay part of it, but the state takes the brunt of it. Even that, my insurance is still like $1,000 deductible and like
Oh my
200 a
God.
month. But he's got to bite the whole bullet. He doesn't have an overhead to take a cut off the top of it. And yeah, it is a ridiculous, and it's all because healthcare healthcare is now a business. It's not a service; it's a business. And when it became a
Unfortunately.
business, that's when, and because there's nothing competing against it. Like supermarkets have each other to compete against. There's nothing to compete against in insurance
Yeah,
or
it's all
pharmaceuticals.
it's all the
They can charge
government's
whatever they
fault for
want.
putting that shit.
They
The
can
way
charge
it
whatever they
is.
want. When you
Yeah.
go to the ER, and a dose of Motrin costs you $25, and you can buy 8 bottles of Motrin for $25 at the local CVS. That's where shit is ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah.
That freaking Motrin should cost you freaking 25 cents. Instead, we're going to bill the insurance company $25 for that possibly only 10 cents of medicine.
Yeah.
And you wonder why insurance costs through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just stupid. I mean, that's why in other countries where they say, healthcare is free. Well, because healthcare is not a business there. So it doesn't cost $35,000 to go to the ER.
Yeah.
It costs a reasonable amount, $100, $200 for the
Well,
whole visit.
up in Canada, I'm pretty sure it's just it's part of your taxes, really.
Right, but like I said,
It's like your taxes are actually going to something, beneficial, and
right.
not
But the thing
the
is,
army.
but the other thing is the reason why that works is because, like here in PA, a freaking dose of Motrin costs $25. That's what they charge the insurance. That same dose of Motrin in Canada probably isn't billed as $25 or whatever parallel currency, in
Yeah.
Canada.
Well, the Canadian dollar.
I would ask Kip, but Kip's not far enough north. He's just shy.
Yeah. Yep.
We need Jason.
No, actually, yeah, Jason and I had a good discussion. I wish I could remember all that he was saying about the Canadian health system. I wish I could remember because we talked about it.
The thing is, the pharmaceutical companies up there and the health companies up there, like I said, it's not a business up there where they're just trying to rake as much money out of shit as possible because they're not getting paid that way because everything's through the state.
Yep.
Whereas here, obviously the hospitals want to get as much money out of the insurance company as possible. The insurance company is trying to get as much out of the freaking person as possible, just so that way everybody, gets a cut of the giant ass pie. And who's the loser out of all of it? Us
The
citizens.
consumer.
Yeah.
Well,
guys, I gotta run. I gotta take the dog out and.
Well, that's fine. We
ready for bed.
set the
Let
stream
the
up for people
dogs
to pop in
out.
and pop out. So,
Talk to you later.
yep, hopefully
See ya.
see you next week.
Absolutely. Bye.
Alrighty, and then there was one biggie. Unless Chris is back.
Oh, I don't think so.
I could try calling him again.
Wing wing.
Wing, wing, wing. Do, do, do. Even though I don't think he should be able to just call right back in, but I don't know. We'll find out. Do, 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 do. Should call Chevy again, see if he'll pop in. I could call Kip again.
What a douche.
$10 for a box of Kleenex. Yeah, pretty much.
$10 for a box of Kleenex.
Yeah, 10 boxes for a box of Kleenex. Yeah, that's about how that works, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Chris is in the boonies.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Hopefully he doesn't make a wrong turn. Or
Yeah.
you know, there's countless horror movies about that, right? Head on a stick.
Well, there's literally a horror movie series called The Wrong Turn, so
Yeah, isn't that where the head
not
is?
The Wrong Turn, but
Isn't that where Head on a Stick comes from? To spare the gory details, basically spine and still talking head on top of it.
well, I mean,
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that was Wrong Turn. I'm not positive.
yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. And it's getting to that season too, man. Time for Pumpkinhead and Halloween and Jason and Freddy.
Speaking of horror movies, there's a horror movie called Frozen, believe it or not. It's not the Disney movie either.
I was gonna say because that is a horror movie.
I mean, it is horrifying in one way or another. But the pretty much the gist of the horror movie Frozen is a guy and his girlfriend are at a skiing resort, and they're like halfway up the lift when they shut it off. They don't know they're there, so
Yeah.
well, the guy gets the idea that he can, you know, jump down and make it and go get help for her. Well, turns out when he jumps down, breaks his legs.
Ooh.
And he's sitting there crying and screaming and, you know, generally things that people with broken legs do.
Right.
And he attracts some wolves. Wolves eat him. Girlfriend has to listen, and she freezes to death overnight.
Huh. That sounds like a lovely.
That's, yeah, and it's totally the Frozen you want to see, isn't it?
That sounds better than the original one.
Oh, look at that ugly mug.
Who is it?
Don't you?
Oh, I know that voice.
Me?
I hear the baby too.
Yeah, that should narrow it down right there.
Chevy,
Ugly
turn
mug,
your
that
camera.
voice.
Turn your camera. You're messing up my live stream. There we go.
Turn it real good.
Today, Junior. Oh wow, wait, never mind. That ugly mud was across the whole screen.
Oh my god, it still is on my. Oh Jesus Christ, make it go away. Make it stop.
It goes away.
Make it stop.
As long as you're talking, it goes away.
Oh, geez, thanks for putting all the pressure on me right there.
Well, I have nothing to do with it.
Well, I mean, you have something to do with it. It's your live stream.
Well, yeah.
Mr. Fancy Dancy iPhone over here.
I know, with the freaking high-end service. And of course, he doesn't stay on long
And
enough for me to be able to shrink it down.
from the waist up nakedness. No one wants to see that, Mr. Man
You
Boobs.
turn a shirt on.
Could have.
Freaking censor you.
I was gonna get a strike for nudity.
I'll go
just
find
blur. And just blur out the whole image.
Hang on. There. I had to turn my brightness up on my phone because I couldn't see anything.
Alright, hold still, keep talking, because now I need to shrink the damn thing.
Yeah, hold still, keep talking, put a shirt on.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in that order.
Oh, poor. Oh, wait, there we
Like,
go. Biggie's now
I
big
want to go
again.
get some pasties.
No.
No. Because that just makes it worse.
That makes it like 20 times worse.
I wonder,
Unless
I wonder
that's
if
your
I
like
hide
profession,
yours.
which I highly recommend you do not go into that profession.
So, I wonder if they can still hear you if I don't have your screen up. Probably not. Nobody's gonna talk.
What was that caveman grunt?
Yeah, you can still see it. You can still hear you.
Please don't ever make that noise again.
My God, you need to put a comb through that beard, man.
I do. And then like an hour later, it's like this again.
I give you a secret. Either use a blow dryer and a comb, or get a heated comb.
A heated comb?
Yeah. It straightens
That's a
all your
thing.
beard hairs.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yep. Come on, man. You gotta be a man. You gotta learn how
Heated
to groom
everything
that pus.
is a thing. There's heated ice cream scoops.
No, but
Yeah, it's
heated.
called, you put a hot thing of water.
No, I mean, like, how do you think I keep my beard straight when I have it long?
You combed it all the time.
No.
Oh.
You literally use a blow dry. I use a blow dryer and my boar's hair brush, and basically it straightens it.
Basically. Not entirely, but basically.
I might have to put a bar on the bottom half of the active chat window, just in case there's an accidental wardrobe malfunction.
Oh, wardrobe malfunction? What wardrobe? He's not wearing
Lack
anything.
of
For all we know, he's...
wardrobe.
Yeah, there you go. That's better.
That, and I can't tell what Chevy's doing because it looks like he's playing a video game while being on here.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, sure. Playing a video game.
You don't see Big E playing. He's a dedicated streamer.
You see, you say that. You don't see me playing, but I'm actually playing Spin Tires right now.
See, you look like you're doing what you're supposed to. See, I can't do
Bamboozled
that.
again.
I don't have enough computers to be able to do that.
Well, I could, but my computer's downstairs in the living room.
Well, my setup, I just don't have enough computing power to do anything except for freaking look at pretty pictures on the internet.
I can at least play the original Spin Tires. I can play Flat Out 2, and so far that's about all I figured out.
I think I can play original Spin Tires on the laptop. I think we were doing that. Oh no, that was on this. That was on the Livino. We were playing the original Spin Tires.
You played on the laptop too.
I don't have it on the laptop anymore.
Jesus. Good. So Chevy, what is in your cup today since you weren't here to play the game?
I don't have a cup. I have a jug.
You
Oh
are
my
a
god,
joke.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Do you have to?
I have a jug of tea.
You also have a freaking rat's nest of armpit hair that we didn't want to see.
I apologize to all of my viewers.
Oh my
We'll
god.
make sure Chevy is wearing a shirt next time.
It's a crying shame you two don't live next to each other, so you could just go over there, just throw a shirt on.
Whack. See, now while Big E
Hell,
and me are
I
talking...
pitch in and I'm buying one of your shirts. That's what I would do.
Oh, he has my shirts.
Yeah, Will.
I have no idea what he's done with them, but he has at least one of them.
Do you really want to know?
They're in the wash.
I should send him one of my new ones. We know.
Corinne is just like, please put on a shirt.
Yeah, we know he would love one of these. Here, we'll censor him. There we go. We know he'd want one of these, Dodge Ram shirts here. Pretty epic, if I do say so myself. There, the first person to donate like $2, I will force Chevy to put on a shirt.
And by force, he means bribe him with that $2.
All right.
'Cause he'll do anything for money.
Chevy, they're requesting you put on a shirt.
I'm in the middle of a game.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Wait, what game?
Oh, gee.
Oh,
Ew.
boo-hoo.
Just go hide in a room somewhere for freaking 2 minutes and put a shirt on.
Won't even take 2 minutes.
Depends on how far away his shirts are.
If it takes him more than 60 seconds to walk to find a shirt, he's a slow walker. Oh no, I'm about to flip. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm three-wheeling it.
He may
Oh,
ask
there we
to
go.
watch a shirt. I don't know.
I'm gonna die in like 2 seconds anyways because we're in the middle of a firefight.
As we wait for Chevy to die in PUBG. Ugh.
We'll have to play taps for him.
Why am I keep trying to drink this empty bottle of beer?
He's sitting over there like, yummy.
Well, no, it's just sitting there, and I haven't gotten up to go get another one because you guys are not entertaining enough for me to leave the screen for like 30 seconds to go get another one.
Well, how about you give us a topic to talk about, and we'll try to talk about it while you're gone.
Chevy's pubes.
You mean those things he has on his face?
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
I'm sorry, Chevy.
You're gonna hurt me.
All right. What Buies?
All right, Biggie, your job is to talk so Chevy doesn't show up on the screen.
Oh, awesome. Well, I'll do my best to oblige.
Actually, I think Chevy, do you have a real job now?
Do I
Define
have?
real job.
Yeah, because I do believe last time he was going for an interview.
Yeah, and I have to go get my license, but I can't go for my license until I get my physical, and nobody can get me in until October.
Well, that sucks.
So
That is really stupid.
really-
You need a physical to get a license.
like I can't go for anything, get anything done until I get the physical, and yeah, so I have a job. Our job for basically waiting. I just need to get my license, and the doctor's office is messing that up. So
Yeah. We have Low Lid who just joined. He's been in here before. I do believe he has some low riders, if I'm not mistaken.
Hello.
Because him and Chris, the one with the one low blazer, they were chit chatting back and forth the one time we were in here. I remember.
Oh, Jesus. So fancy.
I know, fancy. But I'm going to
Unlike
run and
Will.
go grab another beverage. I will be back in 10 seconds.
I wouldn't run. We might hear it. Walk.
I have no idea what's going on with my microphone, so.
It's not you.
Chevy, that's too fitting.
oh,
Yeah, he's not a short orange little man. Unlike you, when you walk, just hear doop, da doop, da 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 doop, da doop, da doop. Oh, I had to.
that's so messed up, bro.
That's funny though. Come on, even you laugh.
That's funny right there.
That's funny right there.
Hey. Oh, you're okay.
Hey, it's for horses.
Horses.
Yeah.
Horses.
Peanut, it's okay.
Does anyone else do the thing where you just see a horse on the side of the road and you're just like, horses?
Yeah, all the time. I live,
Alright,
live in
I
that
just
part
wanted to
of-
make sure it wasn't just me.
I live in that part of the country to where, horses are actually on the street. Freaking slow.
Once in a blue moon. When I'm driving to Bobby's or something like that, which I haven't gone in a while.
You have Amish up
Partially
there?
because I don't get vacation time. Yeah. Well, last time I actually had to pass an Amish buggy on the side of the road.
What was that, Chevy?
Who knows?
You're trying to get up to bed.
I can't hear you.
Mumble, 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 mumble.
The babe's messed up, so I was trying to lean up and giving the baby to Binky.
Oh. I should give her one of these.
These.
Yes.
Oh. By the way, Grim, goats eat anything.
There we go. Did you see that? What are we looking
Will's
at?
busted ass TV screen.
I was trying to find Monte Carlo ones, but I can't find them anywhere.
We had these custom made. That's why I still have them. I have that one. I have this one still. I must ask you a question. What other one? I got another one up here. This one just says Mommy's Little Angel. And then we have a Trans Am one.
I'll be right back again.
Oh my God, yes they do. Though I do have an amazing announcement. I might really be shooting myself in the ass for this, but there were no goats in my video last week because I have no negative thumbs downs. Though I don't know where I'm at in this one yet. I can't tell. Let's see. No, we only have 2 thumbs up. Really? Out of all the people in here, only 2 thumbs up.
Gets mad because she spits out her beak.
Well, welcome. That's normal. It's really fun when you do that at like 3 o'clock in the morning and you're trying to get up for work the next day, or trying to sleep so you can get up for work the next day, and they decide to like just wake up all night.
No, what she does is she'll stay asleep, and then when Daddy wakes up and realizes she's still asleep, and Daddy's like, "Oh, hey, I can go back to sleep," and then as soon as she's going to sleep, she wakes up and starts screaming.
Yeah, welcome to being a dad.
She's like, "No, no, no."
Chevy, you might want to turn that.
What?
I don't want a big cop for copyrighted material.
You're not gonna get a copyright strike for him playing a game.
Video could. Depending on
Like when
how
you buy a
people
game,
do it.
it's literally in the license that you have the right to do whatever you want with that game, short of selling it again to make profit.
Not making money off of it.
You can make money off of it. They're just really specific about how you make money off of it.
But
I mean, not that Will's earning any money right now. I mean, if anything, he'd be earning you money.
well, yeah.
He is now your employee.
Woohoo! I feel like I'm playing with a switchblade, yet it's just a freaking bottle opener. I'm badass.
He's got a knife on the ground. Actually, it's a bottle opener.
I know, right? Sorry, I was just drinking.
FBI, is that a knife? It's a corkscrew.
Just as bad? Let me uncork your heart a little bit. Open up your artillery artery just a little bit, you know. I was just trying to help with your heart issues. Though, yeah, I don't have any more problems with the goat eating my truck. I just have problems with my truck in general. But
I have problems with my life in general.
Yeah.
But I feel ya. Oh,
but yeah, I was looking into this this shift kit that I picked up that I'm waiting to come in the mail. It supposedly is supposed to improve fluid pressure across the board. And it is supposed to allow for quicker shifts, to engage the clutch discs a lot faster.
Yeah.
So there's less slipping.
Cool.
And it should also hold the shifts out just a little bit longer.
Just a little.
Just a little bit, which is something
Just
the Dodge needed really bad. It also does something with the lockup in overdrive.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, eventually I'll be able to get back out to the truck. It probably won't be this week. It'll probably be next week. Because I have off this Tuesday, which would be the date I would normally go out to go. And my parts aren't supposed to arrive until Wednesday, so.
Ooh.
Unless they arrive a day early.
Hey.
Fingers crossed for you.
Mrs. Formula, that is Chevy's little bundle of joy that is crying in the background, and mine was crying in his bedroom.
It doesn't sound very joyous.
She just sounds like she needs something. It didn't sound like if she was unhappy, it would be a lot louder than that. That was just hey, I have a need and I would like it met.
Mm.
I'm not necessarily
God.
insisting yet. I'm just letting you know. See, there she is.
One day I was at work
It's
and
a little Chevy.
Mhm.
Would that make it a Geo?
That's funny right there.
I don't think she was laughing at it. She gave me a little
No.
frowny face. So Chevy, how old is she now?
She's gonna be 4 months.
4? 4 months?
So the same mental age as you?
Ooh. She might be smarter at this point.
Oh my god. I felt that burn from here.
She'll be getting a job next week.
Mhm.
Chevy still be trying to find out where the doctor's office is.
Well, yeah, she's probably had a physical already.
She's probably had several of them.
Mm.
Chevy does realize we're only busting his stones because we like him. Maybe.
Maybe. Well, what are friends for if not other than anything to gently bully each other?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's how you know when your friends, who your friends are, the ones that are gently bullying you. The people that you really don't need to trust are the ones that are kissing your ass to your face. Something like that.
Sounds painful.
The ones that are nice to your face, they're the ones you have to watch out for.
Yeah.
Normally they want something. Alright, so what are we at? We're at 2.5 hours in. Which makes
I thought you were going to say 2.5 viewers. I was going to be like,
No,
how?
we have 5 viewers, we just don't know how many of them are us.
One of them is me.
One of them is me.
One of them is probably not Will, though.
Well, probably not, because he's on his phone and he doesn't have his computer. And he's
So
playing
that
video game on Xbox.
leaves 3 other people. Well, we have...
Well, we know Mrs. Formula's in here.
Oh, yeah, it's
We know
got to be
Grimm's
Mrs.
in
Formula, Grimm, and Lowlid.
That's all 5 of us. Oh, we're up to 6.
A new person?
Oh my god! You make babies cry. So do I.
But Will's
Though,
not crying
if
yet.
if you haven't noticed, apparently my Charles bot decided to, not my Charles, but my Cloud bot decided to kick the bucket again. I saw it post once.
And only once.
Yeah, only once. With a merch plug. By the way, check out my Teespring account.
BT does. You should visit this link and like buy something. Oh my god.
Riley, I really could use some cash right now.
We could all use some cash right now.
Those transmission parts were not cheap.
Are there any car parts that are cheap?
I don't know.
I mean, besides the parts I put on my truck, which is a cable, or a lease cable at that for a parking brake and a gas cap.
Hey, you all better now?
No.
Don't do it.
Say hi guys, look at my footy. Look at the foot.
Way to go. Don't speak to Grimm. Apparently he makes babies cry. He self-proclaimed that. I use Teespring to do my custom shirts. I unfortunately don't have any right here. I do have a GearTube TV hat, which is right here. Which I haven't done. I haven't made these yet. I haven't made any. I don't even know what to put on a hat for NOVAtazz Customs. I have no idea where to even start. But no, I don't have any of my shirts. I don't have any of my hoodies.
You need to have a catchphrase, or multiple catchphrases.
The same thing is I don't even know if I have any. Like, I don't even know what would be my catchphrase. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. I asked this the other day in the live stream chat. I'm like, you know,
Oh yeah, that's
what
right.
What are things that I say? What are things that, you know, what are gimmicks of mine? And I don't think I have any.
Does Jess have anything to add to that?
Jess is in her room playing PlayStation. I have no idea if she's even listening to us.
Oh my god, what a nerd.
She may be just ignoring me at this point.
Hmm.
Or she might have fallen asleep. But,
Speaking of gaming, I just want to slide this in real quick. Destiny 2 is going to be free to play. It's on Steam at least,
Okay.
up to the latest expansion. Because
I don't
Bungie
have
saw
it.
that Activision was ruining their game, so they kicked them out, and they're just like, we're gonna make this game free to play now, because Activision just ruined it.
What did Activision do?
Activision, well, when they make a game, before they release it, they have everything all predetermined, so it's not like, oh, we're gonna release this game, but we're still working on the updates. They pretty much they release the game and they pretty much know how everything's gonna come. And Activision told them to split it up a lot, like say, kind of like what they did with the first one, but not a lot worse.
I hated
Like
the
there was
first one
season
because of
1,
that.
season 2, and those were part of the season pass, and then there's the 3rd and the 4th DLCs.
Right.
Well, they did kind of the same thing where there's the 1st and the 2nd DLC, and then there was like 2.5, 3, 3 1/4, 3 1/2.
Yeah, see, this is the reason. It is exactly the reason I stopped playing Destiny was because the updates or the DLCs, expansion packs, were so fucking annoying.
Mm-hmm.
I got tired of just getting the money for the first DLC, and then because they weren't cheap either, like $20 every one. It was just like a whole bunch of the game, and yet you weren't getting enough content to be another game.
Yeah.
But I would finally get the first one, and then the second one would roll out like 2 weeks after I finally bought the first one, and I'd be back at square one anyway.
Yeah.
I got tired of it. I don't want to have to sit here and buy a game that I got to keep dumping money into every other week just to stay current. And it's not even like they made it to where if you didn't have the update, you were okay.
Yeah,
like
you
other
were.
games, if you don't have the DLC, you're still fine. No, this game, if you didn't have the DLC, you might as well be freaking...
You may as well just not play the game.
Exactly.
I think they're changing that though.
It was so freaking annoying because you should be able to get all the guns and all the stuff that are in the update, or at least guns that are compatible or comparable to them. Because every update, the guns were so much more powerful than all the other guns in the game that you made the guns you had absolutely useless.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and unless you bought the update, you couldn't stay competitive.
Mm-hmm.
She has a cricket machine.
A cricket machine?
Oh, the custom shirts. Like I said, I use like all the designs that I have, all the Trans Am logos, every logo that you've seen except for the very first Trans Am and Nova logos, they were all done by me. Every single one of them. So the new truck one, which Chevy, you're gonna go bye here for a second. The new truck logo, which is what you see up here in this box up in the top left. Is it top right or top left? I'm gonna say top left. But the logo you see up here in the top left hand corner, I designed that whole logo from scratch. Yes, I'm still streaming. And
for a second, it sounded like you said you were still screaming.
Yeah, I'm still screaming too. The
We all
logo
are
you see down
on the
here in the
inside.
bottom center, that's also one that I've done. Don't really have any I can show you with the other ones because I don't have them on this computer that I'm using to broadcast with. But if you look at any of the ones that are on my Teespring, anything that's NOVAtazz Customs logo or brand related, I've personally designed. Data Link Con. What is that? Oh, DLC. DLC in game terms means downloadable content.
Yeah. Pretty much. You pay more money, they give you more stuff.
Yeah, basically, you know, when I grew up, when you bought a game, you bought the complete game. They may update different bugs and different things that they've found while people were playing it to make the game run smoother, but that was it. Whatever the game rolled out with is what you had. You may have unlockable things within the game, but everything that was in the game was already there. With today's games, you get about 20% of the game when you buy it, and yeah, you end up paying like 3 times the amount of the game by the time you're done buying all of the extras that they roll out with after the game is released. It's
Yeah.
annoying, and I hate it, and I think it's a practice that is going to kill video games.
Well, I mean, it almost killed Destiny, so.
It's almost killed a lot of games.
Yeah.
Let's see, why do I not play GTA 5 anymore? Because even though all of the downloadable content is free, the amount of time you would have to spend in game to be able to afford anything in game is so ridiculous that if you don't spend money to buy fake money in the game, you might as well not play.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the way it is with a lot of games anymore. I mean, there are a few games where I don't mind buying the DLCs, like that Hunter game that we play.
Yeah.
Hunter Call of the Wild. The DLCs are like $2.
Yeah.
And you don't need them to play the game. In fact,
No.
even if you want to play on that map but you don't own the map, you can play on somebody's server that is running that map and be able to play it.
Yeah.
So you don't need to buy the DLCs. Yes, that is why your kids are spending $30 all the time, because they're trying to buy DLCs or shark cards or in-game money or loot
Or
crates.
V-Bucks.
Yeah. See you, Lolid. Catch you next
Have
time.
a good one.
But they're called microtransactions or the downloadable content, and it's annoying. And like I said, I think it's going to end up killing. I shouldn't say. You know what? Maybe it won't kill the game, because if there's enough younger people out there that are willing to that don't remember when games were, you paid a price and that was what it was. But basically, it's just a way for game developers to continue to bring in revenue for a game long after it's released.
Yeah, just about.
Which is retarded.
I mean, first, look at GTA for instance.
We were just talking about GTA. Where were you?
I was
Mumbling.
Baby. But no, like, we're saying, just that the game's been out for now how many years now, and they're still making money off of it.
Right, but the thing is what I was saying with, like, GTA, all of their downloads are free. All of their updates are free. But the cost to be able to stay relevant in the game is so high in amount of time in game that most people will resort to buying cash instead of earning cash in the game.
Yeah.
And like I said, so the microtransactions are ridiculous. When the game costs $60 and within 2 years you've put another $200 into the game, that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But, it is what it is.
And of course, every update they keep driving up the price of everything. Like, oh, there's this new fancy car that costs twice as much as the car in the last update, and it's not a single bit faster.
No, and that's right. It's why I don't play it anymore. I would love to be able to play with you, but I cannot. Like, even though you guys don't buy shark cards and all that stuff, I still can't even keep up with you because I don't play the game that often.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I
unless
don't
you're
even
playing.
remember the last time I played it.
The thing is unless you play a game all the time, it is so hard to stay relevant with people that play it every day.
Yeah, and every game wants you to play every game all day.
And I don't have that time. I have
No
a
one
couple
does.
hours here. I don't even. You realize I only play Xbox maybe, a couple hours once or twice a week now. Because I'm either doing something else or whatever, or watching YouTube mainly because there's a lot of videos that I want to watch. That when I pick up a game, I don't want to pick up a game where I got to spend freaking several hours just trying to catch up to somebody else that's playing it. I just want to get out and I want to play. So it's why I ended up I either play Forza or I play the Call of the Wild, or I'll play. I've been waiting to start the Gears of War 5. I just haven't hunkered down and done it. But,
I've been thinking about getting the Gears I've never actually played Gears. Like,
I
picked up,
have
like, 5
played
games, the first one.
every single game since the very first one.
So I've been thinking about it because the new one, well, Gears 5 and stuff. I've been watching the trailers on it. It looks pretty cool.
I would suggest going back and starting with the first one because there is a story through that plays through the whole thing. And to get attached and to, make the characters relevant, you kind of need to know their backstory or where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
So I would suggest go. I mean, and they're not. I think the first 2 or 3 games are really, really enjoyable to begin with. In fact, I think they're better than the new ones. The new ones just look better. But yeah, Gears of War, I definitely recommend. The third and fourth, the third one was not nearly as good as the first two. The fourth one was okay, and I haven't played the fifth one yet, so. But that's just my opinion. And that's what I agree with Miss Foreman. There's too many other hobbies to spend money on games. I have other things that I'd rather spend my money on.
I have Gears of War 3, and Gears of War Judgment.
I think that's the fourth one. No, that's not the fourth one. Don't even play Judgment. That one's freaking retarded. I wasn't a fan of Judgment Day.
Mm.
So Judgment Day doesn't follow a series, its own thing.
It's kind of an offshoot. It was more of a multiplayer based game than it was a storyline game.
Gross.
I mean, if I remember, because I mean, geez, that came out in like 2000, freaking long ass time ago.
2000 freaking long ass time ago.
Exactly.
Beautiful time frame.
I know, right?
Alright, well, I think I'm gonna hop out of here. My phone's gonna die.
iPhones are better.
Well, I haven't charged my phone since like yesterday morning.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Sorry. Oh, I want to get my truck on the road. I wanted to go mudding in my truck so bad this summer.
Alright, well, I'll talk to y'all good later. Y'all have a good one.
See you later, Chevy.
All right. Bye, caveman. Yeah, he just reinforces it.
Right?
He wonders why we give him so much shit.
I think we need to start wrapping this up too. I do actually have work at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, gross.
I do that every freaking. I only have one Sunday that I don't have to get up first thing in the morning after the live stream.
Jeez. Speaking of Sundays, this upcoming weekend I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. I didn't have to request a single damn day. Actually, no, wait. Yeah, next week I only have 20 hours, but then the week after they bump me up to 40.
Alright.
So I go from having lots of spare time for social life and no spare time.
Yeah. I remember
Heck,
when
that
all of
place.
you guys had no jobs and I had a job.
I remember when Chevy had a job. That's when I made my 12 million on GTA because I literally had nothing else to do but play that game.
Yeah, that didn't last too long though.
I still have most of it.
No, I meant Chevy having a job.
Yeah, touche. Oh, damn, throwing some hate.
I know, right? But anyway, thank you guys all for joining. We're gonna wrap it up for this
This episode.
This episode? Is that what it is? Are these episodes? Yeah, I guess they are episodes.
I mean, you do number them.
Yeah, that might stop next year.
Oh.
Changing the name. Just a warning. I don't know. Maybe they might still keep the episodes because I got to do something to change the. So that way they don't all have the same title. Yeah, I guarantee you there'll probably be it'll probably be season 2, episode 1. May the 4th be with you. But we'll be back here same time next week, 9 o'clock on Sunday. Um, if you want any updates or anything like that, please check out my Instagram at NOVAtazz. I don't even think that's NOVAtazz Customs, I think it's just NOVAtazz. I also have a Facebook page at NOVAtazz Customs as well that I post to. And there's actually a community tab right here on Facebook, YouTube. Though I don't know if it's a feature most of you guys even know exists, but I do post updates in there as well. So until next week, peace out. See you guys later.
Take it easy, people.